center off of Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot, far down, he scored!
Come from behind for a month, now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get it! Wow! Edwards pulls off and buries the flag! Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. Daniels takes his shot for Derby. Flag out.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into Spicy Taco Tuesdays edition of Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Caratenuto at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You guys know that. See Pitchfork Lunch live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, as we dive in, go into Sun Devil Nation, Sun Devil Country, into the beautiful neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers used to say. It's always a beautiful day in the Sun Devil neighborhood. So check out the show live there. And also, yes, you guys know this, my IG. I know, I remind you, but I'm just reminding you again. It's at Michael.Caratenuto.5. on the good old IG. Also, the YouTube channel, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as it is. Well, watch live, but please do subscribe. Please do subscribe as you again need to get caught up on a lot of Pitchfork Lunch. If you're just joining us, happy to have you here. Happy your first time here with us in Sun Devil Nation. And or going around Sun Devil Nation here on a Pitchfork Lunch. But inevitably, yes, watch live on YouTube. But guys, go and subscribe as again, any con reviews that you may have missed, coaches, players. Look what I got, by the way. We're going to talk about this today. And I'll tell the funny story about this shirt. Very funny story, but hey, you know what? It's good stuff. But yeah. So, but YouTube, coaches, players, insiders, voices, analysts, alum, they have all jumped into Pitchfork Lunch, and we are going to have more and more again. Coach Reynolds, pretty sure going to have him on Friday, maybe Thursday, but most definitely, if not, then Friday. Also, went to Ben Coleman's show last night at the Pedal House right off of Mill, and it was awesome. Hosted by Lena Washington of 12 News, 12 Sports. But he his guest was new women's basketball head coach Molly Sims, who we will have on. Yes, talk to Coach. She was at the Final Four, as you guys all know, but nonetheless, I got some snippets from that. Show you in the news and notes section later on. We'll also hear from Coach Dillingham today too. But anyway, YouTube. Go to YouTube. You guys know how to get to YouTube. See name Michael Carrotzino, but the pages, it's just at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. As again, you have missed a ton, but you can catch up on it all. Yeah, you can catch up on it all and go from there. So, but yes, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Watch live, subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. I always tell you guys, hit me up in the comments. Some do. Thoughts, whatever. Let me know. And if you're watching, by the way, and you have to drive around, you're going to meet people for lunch on a wonderful Taco Tuesday. You can stream it through your Bluetooth. You can listen to Pitchfork Lunch on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. Guys, it is not that tough. Just go to www.ksrnaz.com. Those of you watching, seeing, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, go to ksrnaz.com. Page will pop up. Click Listen Live, hit play, and there is Pitchfork Lunch. Bam. All over the waves, all over the internet, all over the world, as Sun Devils we tend to be. We want to be, talk about innovation, being worldly. So that being said, yeah, big ups to Casual E inviting Pitchfork Lunch in to the KSRN mix. Very, very stoked about that. Very, very stoked about that. So, yes, you can listen there. And, guys, when you're on the Casual Sports Radio Network website, subscribe to their socials. Yes, the Suns fired Mike Budenholzer, but he will keep you in the know with the Suns, the Diamondbacks, the Cardinals, the Mercury. It is all there. And then Pitchfork Lunch, Padow, they're on the Casual Sports Radio Network. Yeah, can't beat that, right? Sorry about that. But yes, the Casual Sports Radio Network, again, they have you covered with everything. Like I said, Suns, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Mercury. Obviously, the draft is getting closer, so we're getting done with this liar's poker that I always call. Obviously, but Casual E, again, from the Cardinals standpoint, will have you hooked up, my friends. So yes, do take care of that. Do take care of that because well, he will take care of that. And again, you'll enjoy the draft more. But and again, when I say liar's poker, I'm just talking about when people ask, GMs and, maybe something comes out about a player late. It's like, okay, where did this come from? Again, I'm not saying if it's serious, it could be hugely serious, could be smaller, doesn't really matter. But the thing that does matter is when it comes out and all this stuff and who's doing what, like whatever. It's madness. But from the Cardinals aspect, Casual E has you covered. So again, like I said, just go to www.ksrnaz.com Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Click listen live and then hit play. Pitchfork Lunch, man. Forks up to that. So, and again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Want to share stuff? Again, we're talking about it. Feel free to do that. So, yes, as you guys did see as well coming in, that I did play a little bit more from Pat's run. Again, always big shout out. Got so much from that. And again, I couldn't show it all yesterday, but again, and remembering and always honoring Pat Tillman. And just, again, what a phenomenal job the Tillman Foundation has done when it started up and then just to what it's built to and to, have the Tillman scholars and I mean, what it means. And you just hear from them. It's just, again, absolutely awesome. Absolutely positively awesome. Phenomenal. Love it. But yeah, that was the kids run. And you saw Xavier and Alfred there sprinting, taking off. Taking off with the kids there. And again, the kids run is a 0.42 mile roll. Yeah, 0.42, but of a mile run. And yeah, it goes from 12. They do it from 12 all the way down to I think 4 or 5-year-olds. Yeah, there was one 5-year-old. This kid just took off and booked. It was. I think I have it on here, and I will look. I have it. I got the video. I will look to share. I'll try and find it. But yes, absolutely awesome. Pat's run again. Great job the Tillman Foundation is doing. Forks up always, obviously, in remembrance, gratitude, and everything for Pat Tillman as he again made, as did other many veterans that have served, made the ultimate sacrifice. And again, thank you all veterans, active military duty, obviously veterans. And I'm gonna go see. Everybody said Warfare is just amazing, and it was written by a vet. Side note here. Speaking of obviously that, but Warfare, I mean, it was done from an experience that a Army vet had, and I've seen the previous. I cannot wait to see it. I know people said it's a real kind of even though, I mean, situation happened, but just how everything goes down, and it's just yeah. So again. But to tie it back, obviously the Tillman Foundation, the Tillman Scholars, all they do, the events, people from all over the country. I forgot to shout them out yesterday because so many people from all over the country doing their 4.2 mile walk, run, everything. So again, forks up to honoring Pat Tillman, forks up to Sun Devil Nation everywhere, getting involved, doing it. And yes, next year I am running it again. I might run the kids race too, just so I can, say I finished first. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't even finish first in that. No, but I mean, just phenomenal. And again, what it means. And Ben Coleman kind of touched on that last night too. But nonetheless, today, guys, softball taking on Grand Canyon. We know crosstown foes, and they play each other. The last few years, they played each other twice a season. So that is coming up tonight, as you guys know. Also, by the way, yesterday did not get to shout out. Totally spaced it. I mentioned that they had the Thunderbird Collegiate, the men's golf team. Sorry, you're like, what sport are you talking about? Yes, the Thunderbird Collegiate, which they hosted at Papago, and they, yeah, like the women. I said, can they duplicate what the women's team did? Hello, yeah, they play. See, they play 36 holes because they do 2 days, as the women do 3. So they play 36 the first day, and the Devils shot a 262 and a 275 for a 537. They were 31 under par in first place after that. And in the third round on and then in the third round, they shot a 276, and they were 39 under par to win their tournament. As a team, yeah, they were 39 under par. So, yeah, that first score, that first day, when I told you that first day was insane, my friends, because they were 22 under in round one. In round one. So the 262 was 22 under. Then in the second round, they shot a very modest 9 under. Yes, I know. I hope you get the sarcasm. And then as a team in round 3, they shot 8 under, 39 under. They won by 12 strokes over Colorado. And then, I mean, everybody that played was under par. Oregon State was 7 under par. For the tournament, Loyola Marymount was 9 under. But yeah, you look at the Devils; they're ranked 5th in the country, right? They were 5, so they had 5, 10, 14, 33, 41, 47, and 49. So you have 7 of the top 50 teams in the country in your tournament. So yeah, that pretty phenomenal. And yeah, everybody under par, like I said. And I think, let's see, there was only Loyola Marymount and USC shot over par for a round, not the tournament, obviously. USC was 1 over, Loyola Marymount was 2 over in the second round, and then in the third round, UCLA shot a 1 over, and Houston shot a 2 over. So, I mean, yeah, you look at only 4 rounds with teams over par. Yeah, so everybody's they're charging into the Big 12 championships, which are starts a week from today. In Tulsa, Oklahoma is where they are at. And then the NCAA regionals are May 12th through 14th, which are to be determined. And then the NCAA championships are in Carlsbad, California, May 23rd through May 28th. Stroke play is May 23rd through May 26th. So it's Friday through Monday. Championship stroke play. Yeah. And then match play is the 27th and 28th, just to give you guys a heads up. With the Devils, like I said, headed there, but 39 under, guys. 39 under to win their Thunderbird Collegiate, in which they hosted as well. So forks up to men's golf, Coach Thurman. And again, missing, obviously, one of their players who was a little bit busy. I don't know, playing in a small tournament, PGA. Maybe this tournament sticks around. Maybe it gets some clout. The Masters. So yes, it's one of those things where it's one of those things where this team, again, for Coach Thurman, just absolutely loaded and as a group, playing your best golf. They could definitely bring home a team championship. And by the way, I don't want to forget that Pong Sapik Leopakdi from ASU finished tie. Well, it was a tie for first, but 12 under to win the tournament. And then Preston Summerhays from the Devils, also, he finished third, one shot back at 11 under. And then Mitchell Matchseth from ASU finished 8 under and an 8th. So, yeah, every Devil. Peter Wernicki was 6 under for ASU, finished tied for 14th. And let's see, who am I? Oh, there, Connor Williams. He shot a 3 under for the Devils and finished tied for 23rd. And then Nicholas Prieto, this is Arizona State Independent, shot 2 over. But, yeah, I mean, again, just, yeah, what a phenomenal tournament. So you have first, third, well, tied for first. They don't do playoffs in these. And Summerhays takes third, one shot back of the leaders. And then, like I said, Michael Matchseth at 8 under par. So, yeah, again, just forks up, man. They've been crushing it. Coach Thurman, again, doing a phenomenal job. Absolutely awesome. And, yeah, like I said, they got the Big 12 championships coming up starting a week from today in Tulsa. So they are looking primed and ready to go. They're looking primed and ready to go. By the way, in the Masters, Jean Rahm, Devil, he finished at 3 under par, tied for 14th. And let's see. Phil Mickelson was 5 over for the tournament. But he did not make the cut. And but what I was going to tell you is Ballister finished 10 over. He was 4 over after day 1. Day 2 went 6 over, but still, I mean, your first Masters. And he finished, like I said, at 10 over, and there are players that scored higher than him. But still, I mean, for your first Masters, that is pretty money. So yeah, but I mean, man, it was so awesome. What him being there, and yeah, I mean, nobody wants guys. I know that. I'm saying it's awesome. No, not everybody deserves a trophy, but your first Masters, he shoots, 10 over, doesn't make the cut, but you're 4 over after the first day. I mean, that's pretty, and a double bogey. I mean, to show spots in his game, and I mean, look, the final round, guys. If you watched that, which I'm sure a ton of you did, I'm sure a ton of you watched it. Rory McIlroy, I mean, had to go to a playoff. But you talk about a yo-yo. I mean, has a 2-shot lead on the first hole, gives it right back, and then after that, builds it up, drops back, builds up a little bit, and then Justin Rose, birdies 18, and then Rory drops the one shot. Was it on 17 or was it the putt on 18? Either way, drops a shot. They're tied at 11 under, playoff hole, and then Rory wins it on the first playoff hole. I mean, but you talk about a yo-yo. My point is to that for Ballister, you played that, you're an amateur champ, you played that course. Now you got, your practice rounds, obviously, yes, but you get 2 rounds, tournament rounds in there. I mean, this kid, like I said, there's going to be some shots in the first 2 days when you're playing with the world number 1 and the world number, 7 or 8. It's, look, you're focused, but look, and I always said it, even, when you're playing, like, yeah, there's respect, but you're kind of like, oh, I've been watching these dudes for a while. There's always going to be a teeny bit of awe. And if there's not that in you, again, like, everybody's different. Maybe some don't have it in them. I'm just saying, but it also adds to the, not pressure on yourself, but just, the excitement and, the will to compete, like, but you still have to play your game. And I thought from watching his first round and a good amount of his second round, I mean, there were times he did it, better, but again, when you double bogey a hole and you come back to the next hole and you get a birdie, I mean, that's huge, absolutely huge. And he bogeyed another hole, and then he got a birdie, I think, on the back nine of the first round as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's just obviously one hell of an experience. And now you get over look, I don't think, and I've heard a lot of golfers, I don't think you never get over the ambiance, the mystique, the history of it. So nonetheless, anyway, we're going to take a quick break. When I get back, we are going to jump into this softball match. We're going to talk Kenzie Brown's pitching. I don't know if she is starting tonight. Mika Lupi started, so who knows? But I think Kenzie Brown might be, considering this team did fall to Grand Canyon last time at GCU. And again, GCU, solid team. I'm just saying, they defended their home field. You defend your home field. So, but yeah, we'll talk Kenzie Brown. We'll talk this team again. He's hitting these youngsters. I mean, Coach came on. We talked about before the season. They're going to be young, and they're learning stuff, and you can always hear it in Coach's post-game pressers. So, nonetheless, that's that. But yes, we're going to take a quick break, and like I said, when we get back, we'll talk softball, hit other news and notes as well, and beach volleyball, guys. Beach volleyball, like their schedule, love it. Doing very solid. And yes, I know I mentioned yesterday, but we'll get into more of their win as well. So that being that. But yes, we'll step aside and have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network. KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona. You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, for those of you listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network, it's the best internet radio station on the web. I am Michael Kirstino at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you guys all know. Yes, yes, little lighting issue. So we're gonna scooch. It seemed darker over here, but whatever, we're good. But yes, if you are listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network, again, absolutely awesome. www.ksrnaz.com. Click listen live. When the page opens up, hit play. Pitchfork Lunch Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, don't forget about the YouTube. Don't forget about the YouTube. And don't forget about X, obviously, at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. My IG, michael.caratuno.5. And on the YouTube, it's at Evans and Michael. V is in Victory, C is in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe. Watch live and subscribe. All the good stuff. But softball, guys, tonight, taking on Grand Canyon as they fell to the Lopes earlier in the season, little midweek game after they had went 4-2 in the Littlewood Classic, in which they hosted. They beat Oregon 4-3. They lost to North Dakota 10-1 in 6 innings. Then they beat Weber State 11-0 in 5 innings. Then beat, at the time, number 25. Oregon was ranked number 21, number 20, but at the time, number 25 Washington. They beat them 4-1. And they lost to Belmont 5-1 in 8 innings, extras. Then they beat Utah Valley 4-3 that Sunday. Then Tuesday they turned around and lost 3-0 to Grand Canyon. So a little bit of revenge on their mind back on February 18th. But yes, this team now, they have won 5 in a row and 6 out of 7 games. So yeah. But yes, so I said 6:30. See, I always did it to you guys. 6 p.m. Farrington Stadium, Farrington Softball Stadium for the Sun Devils. They will be taking on the Lopes, and again, $2 hot dog. It's a Tuesday TWOSDAY meal combo, as they say. Love the promotions that go on, but $2 hot dogs and soda. So very, very awesome. So yes, that is, but 6 p.m. tonight, and Grand Canyon and the Devils, as I did mention yesterday, but they are 31-14 overall, 11-7 in conference play. Like I said, won 6 in a row, and then 7 out of 8. They won 6 in a row. Oh, I miss. Oh yeah, 6 in a row, and then 7 out of 8. Yes, sorry. Never going to shortchange, obviously, Sun Devil softball. But yeah, 21-10 at home. Love it. 10-4 on the road. Awesome. And yeah, I mean, look, this is a team that's been tested for Coach Bartlett defensively. Yes, there's been a few innings here and there. Like I say, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. It's not like it's Bad News Bears level, obviously. Very talented players. A few innings here and there. But I mean, A.J. Murphy at shortstop, just holding the middle of the infield down. I mean, Tiare Ho Ching, the freshman at second base, her range, we've seen it. Again, just very, very, very solid. So, like, where is that's what I need. And yeah, Tequila Davis has been at third, obviously, all season. And I mean, she has made, again, just the defense, again, and even in the outfield, yeah, player or two here or there. It's going to happen sometimes. Sometimes it all happens in one inning together. So, of course, it gets, amplified, and it seems worse. But, I mean, look, what this team has been doing, absolutely phenomenal. As they, like I said, 31-14, first year in the Big 12. And yeah, there is some tough competition. Yeah, they did drop 2 or 3 to U of A. They did drop 2 or 3 to Iowa State. But they have also rolled, since the start of Big 12 play, with BYU, 2 out of 3 from BYU, 18 strikeout game from Miss Kenzie Brown in the opener where they won 1-0. And speaking of Tiara Ho Ching, she got that line drive home run that just cleared the wall. Again, phenomenal. And then, they turn around. BYU beat them 6-5 on Friday because they play Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. BYU doesn't play on Sundays. But then ASU won 5-4 in extras in 8 innings on Saturday. And then turn around, they went to UCF, and they took 2 out of 3 from UCF. They won 3-0 in the opener, won 7-4 in the series closer. But, yeah, and they lost 11-0 in 6 innings. And that's one of those days. Hey, that's one of those days. It's the other team's day on their home field. But either way, probably could have happened in Tempe too. But, yeah, took 2 out of 3 from UCF. So you take 2 out of 3 from BYU, 2 out of 3 from UCF. But then you drop 2 out of 3 to Arizona. Same thing with Iowa State. You drop 2 out of 3. But then you take 2 out of 3 from Kansas, and then you sweep Utah. So it's about the team responding. And Coach Bartlett's talked about that. I mean, it is just awesome to see, like I said, a young team like this. Because when you think about it, I mean, like I said, player obviously, Nahonda Lewis is a sophomore. She transferred from UCF. Grace Molitor, who we've seen in the field pinch running as well too, freshman. Cambry Krieger, the pitcher, who again we've seen early on in the season, and again, she has good stuff, but it's become Kenzie Brown's show. But Cambry Krieger, freshman. Julianne Tipton, the other freshman pitcher that we've seen, is coming in relief a lot as well. So a freshman. Tiara Ho Ching, the aforementioned freshman. Corey Scholl, who's a utility player and a pitcher. And we've seen a little bit in the lineup, freshman. Tequila Davis down at third, freshman. Ashley Mejia, freshman. And then, so those are, and then, Lillian Holche, who is a freshman as well. Catcher, we've seen her pinch hit, have some big plays, has big at bats, I should say, too. So I mean, freshman, and then you look at Sam Swan. Oh, she's a sophomore. Mika Lupi, sophomore. Maddie Okano, sophomore. And then I think that is, Nahonda, I mentioned her. She's a sophomore as well. So look, last year's senior day was awesome for Coach, but we talked about that. It was a bummer because there was a ton of seniors. It was one of the longer senior nights in college that I've seen and been a part of. I will tell you that. So, but Kenzie Brown, guys, we have to look for those listening on Castle Sports Radio Network. I shall describe to you. I want to say it's against BYU. Yeah, it's the BYU 18 strikeout game. I don't know which number this is. Trying to sell like it was outside. Starts taking her base. That's the only thing I will say that drives me crazy Now, I'll play it again. Look at this. I mean, Lindsey Brown just dominating. In the strike zone, this time I'm going to go full screen. I'm going to let you enjoy it. I'm going to go full screen real quick. And those listening, you got noise in the background. You'll be able to hear the big cheer when it's a strikeout. I'm going to go full screen on this because, again, just absolutely awesome. Obviously, celebrates. That was actually the 18th strikeout. That's the 18th strikeout of the game right there. And yeah, just awesome. But Kenzie Brown, guys, I mean, you look at what she's done this year and how she, again, missed all last year due to injury. But Kenzie Brown has, let's see, she has 27 appearances, but she started 14 games. And she's 16-4 overall. Okay, so she's 16-4 overall with a 1.18 ERA. I mean, it's the fact that it got over 1 is it took a hot minute for that. But a insane 1.18 ERA, a 0.92 WHIP. But yeah, so she's in 130 innings pitched, right? She's given up 74 hits. There's been 35 runs scored. Only 22 of those are earned. I'm going to say, I mean, people say, well, 22, but only 22 in, 27 appearances. Yeah, that's the 1.18 ERA. But 22 earned. She has 200. I showed you guys when she went over 200. 221 strikeouts to just 46 walks. She's given up 11 doubles, 1 triple, 7 home runs. But man, 221 strikeouts. That's an over 4-to-1 ratio of strikeouts to walks. So yeah. And you want to be a dominant pitcher. Like I said, over 4, it's like 4.5, whatever. I can tell you quickly. But if you want to be a dominant pitcher, as you guys know, yes, you yeah, 4.8-to-1. So I mean, she's almost a 5-to-1 strikeouts to walks. And yeah, the walks sometimes have come in crazy moments, but just the dominance and the electricity that she has on the mound, guys, is just that she's gotten back. And again, I'm aiming to talk to her more, and either Tanya Wendell or we'll see. Anyway, but we need to get this because this is yeah. But anyway, and I mean, yeah, batting wise, I mean, speaking of Tanya Wendell, leading the team with a 382 batting average. Chiari Ho-Ching, the freshman, 355. AJ Murphy, 353. Kelsey Hall, 348. Yaya Acuna, 333. Sam Swan, 325. Ashley Mejia's at 289. And Tequila Davis at 250. Nahonda Lewis is at 283, but doesn't meet the minimum. Yeah, so and when you look at the stats, if they're in a darker background, all that means is that the player a darker background denotes not meeting the minimum requirement of 2.5 plate appearances a game and 75% of the games played. So yes, but I mean, Nahonda Lewis 283, Grace Molitor's at 265, Aiden Allen seen from 257, Lillian Holche, like I said, 227. So, like, yeah, but I mean, you look at that, mostly the team starting lineup, I mean, and overall, I mean, it's a 314 batting average for a team, but Tanya Wendell, I mean, headed towards the 400 mark, Chiari Ho-Ching at 355. Let's see. So Tanya Windle and Sam Swan lead the team in doubles with 12. Triple wise, let's see. Well, they have 4 on the season, or no, they have 6 on the season, and Tanya Windle has 3 of them. Yaya Acuna has 2. Tiari Ho Ching has 1, and oh yeah, there's your 6. Home runs though, Miss Ashley Mejia, yes, the freshman, leads the team with 12 dingers. Right behind her at 9 is Kelsey Hall. Like I said, she has 9, and then Tiari Ho Ching has 4. Tanya Windle has 3. But Steve, I mean, 44 home runs. But I mean, man, and RBIs, by the way, 44. Kelsey Hall leads the team with 44 RBIs. Right behind her at 39 is Ashley Mejia. So yes, I mean, that's just, again, this team, but like as the way they're playing. So get out there tonight. My point is, and then I got a funny story. I'll finish with a funny story about the shirt, like I told you. So 6 p.m. tonight, they are playing Grand Canyon at Farrington Softball Stadium, as you know, for the Sun Devils. Yes, they are playing GCU, who they need to beat. They fell 2-3-0 last time, but that's earlier. This is now. So get out there, 6 p.m., $2 combos. It's a Tuesday meal deal, $2 hot dogs and soda. So, yes. But that being said, get out there. Let's get loud. If Kenzie Brown's pitching, or Mika Lupi, who was a player of the weekend last weekend. She started a game, and then I'm gonna find out as to why, or see maybe why if we know. But Kenzie Brown finished it, and then she started Sunday. Mika Lupi against Utah and pitched the full 7, got the win. Crushed it. So, but nonetheless, get out there tonight. We'll see who's on the mound. But that offense too. I mean, it's fun. You got to get some runs against GCU. See if they started off early, 6 p.m. All right. So the funny story, Sun Devil story about this shirt. It was early in the season, and you know they always have giveaways at the or they have stuff to, you know, they'll do giveaways like, you know, steal a base, something happens, or you know, trivia thing, or there's the bingo cards that they do, just depending on what promotions they have going on. So somebody must have won this, and I do feel bad, but I don't feel crazy bad because how could you? I was going to my car after post game and stuff, and whoever was parked by me, I don't know, but they must have had it and they just dropped it, or they saw my Sun Devil car, my car. And they just said, hey, maybe he should have, maybe they should have it. I don't know, but I found it and it was on the ground and it's from this year, but I would have gotten one. I would have tried to win one in the bingo competition. Cause, for those of you that don't know, yes, I do love bingo. Always have. Tell a funny story about bingo at a later date. When I was in Las Vegas, quite a few years back, but it's a great bingo story. Anyway, nonetheless, so it was by my car and I saw it and I was like, nobody else was around. So I am happy I got this Sun Devil softball shirt, but I usually answer the trivia questions. I got to say, I'm about like 80, between like 83 and 85% with like the trivia. So yeah, I mean, you know, full nerded out disclosure. That is that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not hilarious funny, but it's just kind of like, oh, you find something that you're like, wow. I mean, yeah, I wish it would have been like $500, but hey, you know what? Whatever. This is gold too. See, gold. Gold. You guys get it, right? Gold. Gold. But yeah, no, it's anyway, I know. Too cheesy. But yeah, so somebody lost it. Maybe they probably got another. Maybe they had quite a few. I don't know. But you can't do that to a Sun Devil shirt. Now, if it's that team down south, I mean, drop it, run it over a few times. Whatever, man. Use it, use it as a dirty rag for something. I don't even know. But that's that. So anyway, 6 p.m. tonight. But before we get out of here, got to shout out women's beach volleyball guys. They are just crushing it. Now their record right now is I will tell you they are 18-12. You're like, well, they're 6 games over 500. They're 7-1 at home where they're rocking it. They're 2-1 away. They're 9-10 on neutral sites. Now on neutral sites, they've played Hawaii, but they went to Hawaii and played in that. So I mean, they played Hawaii, which they beat. Who was number 12? They beat 5-0. But on neutral sites, they've lost to number 3 UCLA, number 1 USC, number 2 TCU, number 7 LMU, and number 5 Stanford. Okay, so you figure that's a tough tournament. You start out the season 1-5. Then you turn around and play the Cactus Classic down in Tucson, and you beat Boise State 3-2. You beat number 20 Stetson 4-1. You sweep Oregon 5-0, and then you beat Grand Canyon 3-2. Okay, so then you're thinking you're 5-5 now. Sweet. Then they play in the Sun Devil Classic, which they hosted. Texas A&M Corpus Christi was here, Coastal Carolina was here, and number 6 Cal Poly was here. So they beat Texas A&M Okay, all. So I was talking and I went to the background. I don't know if a lot of you heard all that the about beach volleyball, but I'm just going to pick up where I just went to the background and it was still going. So they're 5-5 after 2 weeks of the season. Like I said, then they play the Sun Devil Classic and they beat Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Coastal Carolina. So they're 7-5. Then they dropped to number 6 Cal Poly, and they're 7-6. Then they play East vs. West in Austin, Texas. They beat number 20 Florida International 3-2. They beat number 18 Georgia State 4-1. They lost to number 12 LSU 3-2, and then lost to number 10 Texas 4-1. So you're like, damn. And then they turn around and beat that team down south, whoop that team down south 5-0. Awesome. Then you play in the ASU GCU Invitational where they beat UAB. They beat former Pac-12 foe Washington, who was number 19, 4-1. They beat UTEP, and then they beat South Carolina. Awesome. Then they play the Wildcat Spring Challenge. They beat Pepperdine. They whoop that school down south again. They lose to number 1 at TCU again, conference mate, in 3-2. And then they beat Utah 5-0. And then they take on number 1 TCU again. They lose 4-1. They took on in the COE Challenge. Then they lost to number 2 UCLA 5-0. Number 4 LMU 4-1. But then turned around. Look at that. Florida State, the last match when you know, and again, they're competitors. And every time I say this, people are like, oh, well, it's body most like you're playing, yeah, short-term memory turnaround, but they battle and they beat number 7 Florida State 3-2. Man, forks up to that. And I'll get into more of the team. I was saying later, like I said, when I got kicked back in the studio, they have senior day this Saturday, 1 p.m. at the Sun Devil Beach Volleyball facility, which is literally right over the right field fence from Farrington Stadium. So that's UTEP at 1. And then they also have Benedictine University of Mesa at 3 p.m. And then they head for the Big 12 championships April 24th and 25th. Next Thursday and Friday in Fort Worth, Texas. So that's where they shall be. But yes, I mean, just, man, forks up to beach volleyball. These girls are crushing it. So nonetheless, I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a most phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday. Again, get them with a little bit of spice. Sun Devil softball. Yes, tonight. Yeah, get them with a little bit of spice. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday, 6 p.m. Farrington Stadium. I shall be there. Hit me up if you're going to be there. But nonetheless, I will see you same bat time, same bat channel, and you guys know it. Hashtag our state, thanks to reigning Big 12 champs women's volleyball. I will say that until next year. Yes, they've moved on, but it doesn't matter. They're still the reigning champs. And, well, that does matter. But I'm just saying they're still reigning champs. And you guys know it. Go Devils. And as always, you know it. Forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man. The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Playing fake. The Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's away. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow.
Edwards pulls off.